I think Spencer's an idiot.
Nice. Can you get the reserved seat we left for Spencer? Yeah, that's right. It's empty because he's left our hearts empty. Anyway, so today's word of the day is job. Yep. Say it with me. Jimmy, have you ever had a job?
I've never had a full-time
Have you ever had a job?
I've had a few part-time jobs.
Okay. And do you have a favorite or a least favorite?
Well, over the summer, sometimes I work for my aunt and uncle at a nursery, like for flowers.
For flowers.
Not for children.
No one lets you with that beard near children, Jimmy.
No, they think it's going to burn them if it rubs against them.
Oh, yeah. My dad used to give me hugs when he had a beard. And now he doesn't give me hugs and he still has a beard.
All right. So jobs.
Yeah. So, Jimmy, yeah, you've had a job.
Yeah.
And you've worked at a nursery. Do your parents own a nursery?
No, my uncle does. Well, actually, my uncle, who's not blood related to me.
What?
Like my aunt, who's my dad.
Jimmy, I asked you, do your parents own a nursery?
No, the answer is no.
Do you have any more to add to jobs? I forgot. We were going to try to make this funny, but I forgot because it's really sweaty.
No, I will say, you mentioned Raymore and Flanagan before.
Yeah, Raymore and Flanagan.
I think there's something about Long Island businesses that they always have two names. Mm-hmm. Like there was Raymore and Flanagan, there was a Celino and Barnes, there was P.C. Richard and Son.
Yeah.
Remember that commercial for Three Brothers Pool?
Wait. And there'd be one woman with crazy hair. She's like, my father makes them, and my uncle sells them. You can't beat that combination. Yeah, I remember that one.
And I was confused because from that tagline, I couldn't tell who was brothers with who.
Hey. It's the Propaganda Show with Andrew Justino.
Welcome to the Propaganda Show. This is maybe our last episode because I don't know, Jimmy, you're leaving, so that seems like a good reason ever.
Gotta go.
Jimmy, why don't you give me a little ditty?
Oh, sure.
And that's enough.
Thank you very much.
All right. Guys, today we're talking about jobs, and by we, don't worry, the comedians aren't talking. I'm the only one that's asking about jobs. So it's just I'm talking about jobs today. I picked this word randomly as our propaganda word of the day. We never had one before, but I figured we'd start our last show. That seems good. Anyway, so the propaganda word of the day is jobs. But first, we're going to start with a serious thing. I, like 16 million other Americans, suffer from depression, which makes me sometimes, uninterested in living and doing things that are fun, and I'm certainly not life of the party all the time. And because of that, some people don't like that about me. For instance, I don't like that about me. I think that's really dumb. So what did I do, guys? I tried to fix that. So you know what I did? I went online, I Googled, can I not have depression anymore? And they said, probably not, but we'll give it a shot. And I found a psychiatrist, and he seemed really cool, guys. I was really excited about this psychiatrist. I was gonna go meet him. I asked him, could I hang out with him? He said yes, only if I come to his office, which was located in a really scary building, but I did it anyway. I thought it went pretty well. So after that, I emailed him again, and I was like, I thought that was really nice the first time we met. Could we do it again? 3 days went by. He never responded. I was feeling a little nervous about that, probably because of the anxiety that I want him to treat. And I didn't want to email him again out of the blue, so I made sure to try to make it more like I was thinking of you. So I said to him, hey, it was really nice out today. The sun is shining. I didn't feel a thing about that and still wanted to be inside crying. So I was thinking of you. Would you be interested in doing that meetup again? Guys, I got no response. I got no response from Dr. Tommy. I've never met a good Tommy. And this man was going to be my doctor. I should have known that I'm better than him. So I got over him really quick, guys. And now I can say that I'm doing about the same, but I have no help. Anyway, months go by, and it's time to talk about my job, finally. I have a job. I work at a coffee shop. I'm having a great day every day at the coffee shop I work at. Guess what happens one day? This guy walks in. He's wearing penny loafers. He's got some nice khakis. And he's got a cardigan that has a mustard stain on it already at 7:30 in the morning. If you haven't guessed, guys, this was Dr. Tommy. 4 months after he ghosted me, he arrives in my coffee shop. At first, I wanted to cover my face. I didn't want him to see me. I was like, I'm so embarrassed. He's going to recognize me, and then he's going to be like, yeah, I just didn't give a shit about you. But then I decided, no, I have to show him that I'm doing great. I have to show him that I don't need him. So I said, no, I'm going to ring him up. So I go over to my coworker who's already ringing him up. And I say, actually, I'll take this one. To which she said, wait, why? I didn't think she would question that. I thought it would just be like, oh, yeah, cool, you can do this. But instead I was like, because I want to ring that person up. And then she's like, what? Wait, why do you want to ring them up? And then I panicked. So I just said, because I think I'm better at this than you. Which is like the audacity. Like, we're talking about like pressing buttons on a screen and then taking money. And also, funny enough, she is way better at that than me. I am terrible at that. I am bad at my job, guys. I forgot to mention that. So I told this woman who knew very well she was better at the job than me. I think I'm better than you at this job because I just panicked. And that actually happened. And then she was like, fine, whatever. And I guess she went and left and like started smoking cigarette. So I went up to the register and I was ready to be like, all right, give him a face that says, oh, maybe I remember you, but I certainly don't care about you. So I was like, hey, how's it going? And then he looked up at me and he ordered a biscuit with butter and a large coffee. And I saw in his eyes that he didn't remember me at all. That I didn't matter to him, that I was just another patient. See? So then, instead of being kicked down by that, I gave him a large decaf coffee at 7 a.m. And I can only assume he lost his house because of that. That he was sleepy that day. He went to see his first patient, and not only did they not even want to come back, they said, why are you so sleepy? Didn't you drink some coffee? And he said, yeah, I got some coffee this morning. I don't know why it's not working. And then his wife left him because all of his patients left him, and then he lost his house because his wife owned the house. Anyway, so that's why today's word of the day is jobs. I'm so glad you all come. So let's start the show for real now. Guys, your first performer, you know what? You're one of the people that like has a little bit of hair on their chin, but I think it works for them. That was not the right thing to say. This guy's name's Jordan. You can tell him.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. I was going to shave today before coming here, but I just thought, oh, I'm just going to see Andrew and friends, so it doesn't really matter. Little did I know how wrong that was. I guess we're not friends, apparently. There's a lot of attacking going on, but now we're all part of this group hostage situation together, so it's going well.
Yeah, they don't laugh all the time.
Yeah, I know. I know. No, we're going to get through this. It's therapeutic. I am what you might call a people person, or in layman's terms, a cannibal. So it's a good day for me. I am already... Have you worn this every show? I have a lot of thoughts that I'm just shooting up. Have you worn the sweater every show?
No, I don't own any other sweaters.
Okay, cool. I wanted to talk about the movie The Santa Claus, which is a very serious topic to me because the movie The Santa Claus, if you don't remember, stars Tim Allen. And Tim Allen, in The Santa Claus, he kills Santa Claus, so then he must become Santa Claus. Which is a ridiculous precedent in the first place and must make things very tense up north. But also, like, I think that's just a weird thing in general, that you can kill your boss and then you become your boss. Think about where you work, if you work. I know we're in a community television station. That might not be a given with this audience. Think about where you've worked in the past, the people you've worked with. Now think about all of those people can just kill your boss and then they're the boss. That changes the dynamic a little bit, at least, a little bit. Just like you come in everybody has a plan. Everybody has a plan to kill their boss. You would judge people for having a bad plan to kill the boss. You'd be like, hey, did you hear what Derek said earlier? Oh, what, Derek? The guy who thinks he can drown our boss? Yeah. Yeah, we don't work at a pool, Derek. There's bathrooms and a water cooler, that's it. Yeah, what did Derek say today? Well, Derek he drowned our boss. Oh! So now, I really like Derek. Yeah, I really think he's a pretty good guy. Oh yeah, 100%. I've been saying 100% a lot, like not 100%. I've just been saying 100% in agreement to things. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I'm gonna become an assistant baseball coach or something. Fuck, all right, I'm losing him. Okay. You know what? The Santa Claus taught me a lot about death. And I think that was really the first time that I internalized the concept of death, and I think that was really important for me, because infinitely I became wiser for it. Everybody look under your seats. There should be a Bible. We're going to do a quick reading right now. I hope that every time an atheist wins an argument, an angel gets its wings. I think that would be beautiful. It's just as annoying as a bell. I took a nap today. Thank you. It's the response I was hoping for. I just want to be part of this discussion, this relevant topic. Why are people talking about naps all the time? They're talking about their own naps all the time. I don't like it. Like, it's not an entertaining topic. I don't want to hear about your nap. Like, I didn't sleep a lot last night, and then I slept a little bit. And honestly, I feel worse. Like, that's not an interesting thing to tell me about your day. Like, I don't take naps often. What, I'm gonna sleep in my work clothes and not dream? It's the least exciting parts about going to bed. I also just can't nap because, like, I already know I look like the ghost of a hipster. So if I'm just telling people I'm sleeping during the day, they're gonna be like, that's spooky. There's something going on there. He's doing stuff at night that I don't want to know about. Okay, cool. Did the nap stuff. That went okay. All right. Flip that page. I don't like when people tell me where to come. You guys get it? Especially when those people are Dexys Midnight Runners. Yeah. Niche. It's very niche. I'm having trouble remembering my set today. My mother does this crazy thing where she'll call me on the phone, or I'll call her rather. She doesn't call me much. I'll call her, and then she won't pick up, and then like a day will go by, and she still won't pick up, and then she forgets my birthday. So there's that. No, it's cool. Really, it's cool. Yeah, I like her. I like her as a person. I like her. Mom, are you out there? Mom, just hi. Just know, I know where you live, so buckle up next time. You know. She'll get what she deserves. She'll get people pulling. I can feel you pulling back from the threats on my mom. That's cool. I'm having trouble getting in a relationship right now. If that wasn't evident, apparently. But I'm having trouble getting in a relationship right now. I think it's because it's the wrong time of the year to get into a relationship. I think traditionally spring and summer are thought of as like the fun, lovey time, but I don't think it's really good for like long-term commitment. I'm wrapping up. Like in summer, you go out and you're like, oh, well, I want to go on a date with you and put on like a nice pant and shirt, but there's all these people playing volleyball over here. There's just too much stuff going on. Like I want to get to know you, but are those bratwursts you're cooking? Oh, I don't even know where to buy those. But in winter, it's very different. Wintertime dating, it's like you're huddled together for warmth in the cold, and you're braving the elements, and you go out there and you're just really toughing it, and you get home and you slam the door shut against the wind, and you're like, we did it, we survived together, and then you jump into each other's arms, and if it was like in a movie, the movie would cut to the fireplace, and you just see like hats and gloves and jackets and pants whizzing past the fireplace, and like a pair of pants would land on the dog, and like the dog would make that signature like two-tone whimper that dogs, that sound that only dogs in movies make, apparently. The thing that's tragic about that is like on film sets.
Oh, I just realized what you decided to do today.
The thing that's tragic about that on film sets is you don't see the conductor behind the scenes going, A-E, Felix. A to E. Not E, A-E, not E flat. Felix, if I wanted E flat, would have said E flat. Felix! That dog's not working in Hollywood again, right? All right, that's all I got. That's as long as I can stall for. Thank you.
Yeah, you might have to.
You have a hair on your chin. You joked about come on Eileen. You like the Santa Claus, that dog who whimpers has paws. Your name is Jordan DeFilippo.
Allie, can you guys hear me in there? Awesome. All right, yeah, you should be good. Jordan,
Yeah.
do you know what I like about you?
That I hate you.
No.
Okay.
But that's the best answer I can get, because I was wondering if you knew what I like about you.
No, I don't know.
Because I certainly don't know.
We hang out a lot.
Yeah, we do hang out a lot, considering how much I dislike you. No, the reason I'm giving you a hard time is because you did two things.
Yeah.
One thing is that you took a long time on stage because we know each other so well
That's
that you
true.
decided
That's
the best thing to do was hold these people hostage.
Yeah.
The other thing is you said that there was a type of jokes that you think are dumb. This is my book that I draw in and sometimes write down ideas,
Yeah.
and I wrote down this. I wrote down naps because I thought that might be funny to talk about. I didn't get anywhere with that, but I do want you to know I was going to talk about how I took 2 naps today originally.
Two?
Yeah.
How'd you take 2?
How did I take 2?
Yeah.
I woke up and then I took another.
Wasn't the first one just sleep, like overnight?
No, you
typical
wake up, you
run-of-the-mill?
take a sleep,
Okay.
and then you wake up and you take a sleep.
Cool.
They're cat naps. I did them both the times that my friends were away when I said I need time to study for this. I didn't study. That's why this has been so sloppy. Anyway, Jordan, why I ask you some questions, because you know what I did, is I used up all the time for our interview. That's so too bad, man. Oh, that's all right. But before you go, I want to know, it's pretty sweaty up there, right? On
It is.
stage?
Did you notice?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
It is pretty sweaty up there
Yeah.
on stage. I want you guys to know that. So you guys did a pretty good job because you made sure not to laugh at everything he says.
Yeah, it was good.
Which is good because some of that stuff. What? But some of that stuff. What? Anyway, the point is, this is the last time I'm going to treat anyone this badly on the show. Don't you worry. Everyone else that's on the show will only get kind words, including our next guest. You can take a seat. I feel like that got too mean by the end of it, but I'm fine with it.
No, that was loving.
All right, then that's also a problem too, if it was too on the loving side. But what's good about the next guest is I don't have to jokingly pretend to hate him, or actually hate him, because he's actually a really cool guy who I've been wanting to have on a show I produced for a while because he's so funny, and he's doing some really cool stuff around Boston, which hopefully we'll talk about, and not around. We'll talk right at it after he performs. So please put your hands together for Zach Russell, guys.
Thank you. So great to be here. All right, that's gonna fall. Guys, very, very nice to meet everyone, each and every one of you. Who woke up like 2 hours ago? Okay. All right, alienating the crowd. Great. So I was filming something recently, which is why I have this atrocious muskrat around my lips and chin. I'm gonna shave it today. I feel like right now I look like the founder of a startup that never really had an idea. I took an Excel class. I'm like, why not? But really, what I want to talk to you guys about today is condoms. All right, who likes them? Really silent. Okay, well. More of a dental dam crowd. Okay. What are you going to do? Everyone's got their thing. I like them. Some people say the big problem with condoms is that you can't feel anything. Right? They say that's a problem. But you know what I say, Andrew? One man's problem, another man's feature. Right? Sensitivity, not always your friend. Okay? I've been waiting for Trojan to release some kind of anti-sensitivity line. We got bare skin ecstasy. How about mileage? Right? Where's the go in the distance line? That's what I want to see. I want double thick, no lube, just like a cellophane banana bag. That's what I need. No, my big beef with condoms is that they require a lot of multitasking. Right? My room's very messy, so I physically have to find one. I have to get up and look. I have to search, and it's very difficult. Gentlemen, to look for a condom while maintaining the reason that you are looking. Okay, don't be afraid to resonate, guys. I know it's very hard, and then it's not, and that's what I mean. You pointed at him. I don't want to get into that. No, it's difficult. It's tough. I'm not going to ask, but you don't have to tell. But if you want to, we don't have time. It's very difficult to go from foreplay to forage, back to foreplay, like nothing happened. Like, this is my thought process the whole time. It's like, fuck, scavenge. Take all the blood, send it to the eyes. It's a misallocation of resources, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm from Maryland originally. I'm from the South, technically, below the Mason-Dixon. When I started driving in Massachusetts, I'm like, I'm home. This is great. I love the aggressive driving. I hate defensive drivers. That's really what they taught. That's probably what they teach everybody. But I'm not the type of person who sees a paper bag on the road and swerves. I see a full mattress. I'm like, challenge accepted. Let's do this. I hop in the Oda, no fear. Okay. Some people call it a Toyota. I call it an Oda. Take out the toy, because I'm not playing. You understand? That was dumb, but thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. Well, it doesn't deserve that, but I don't need the charity applause. Okay. I'm a bit worried about self-driving cars. I don't think they're going to be as aggressive as Massachusetts drivers need them to be. I need a car that's willing to pass a blinking school bus on the right. Some of you got it. So the kids, because the kids get on that way. I really don't think we're talking about jobs. Word of the day, jobs. I don't really think technology is going to take our jobs. It's really not that great. Like Google Maps, I don't know if you noticed, still gives cardinal directions. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'll ask for an address in Google Maps. I give it an address. I'll ask for directions in return. 80% of the time, Google Maps is like, head west. Head west. I need to go to Target. I'm not Christopher Columbus. All right, I asked for a road, a highway. You gave me a fourth of the earth. It's a little bit. What even is west, really? If you really think about it, west is just east if you keep going. Because the Earth's a sphere. Keep up. Okay, I know we got a lot of B.O.B. flat earthers in here, but try to get on the level. I don't know how much. Oh, there it is. Is that? No, that's an actual clock. That's not the time. You know what? I'm gonna. That's gonna be it because I want to talk to my good pal Andrew. Thanks, everybody. We can talk from here.
Have a very sensitive peen. You like to make jokes that are obscene. Foreplay to forage. What rhymes with orange?
I got it.
When you drive, I hope you don't kill kids. That's mean. Thank you.
Round of applause for Jimmy B. He's been improvising some segue jokes. We decided to try something fun the last time we're going to try to do anything ever, Jimmy.
No.
So great job, Jimmy B. And another round of applause for Zach, who's here with Stan, which I think
I usually have a roadie, so I don't know how to work these things.
Yeah. You haven't had to touch things in years.
No, I haven't. I haven't even zipped my own
sorry, we
fly.
don't.
I usually have a guy for that.
Here at Cambridge Community Television, we ran out of money in the budget for a fly zipper.
That's okay.
But
I switched to button fly.
Zach, you host a local show that I've been to a few times. I like
do.
very much. It's at Bill's Bar
Bill's Bar.
over near Fenway. Yeah, how's that going right now? Still 3 nights a week?
Just one.
Oh, just one.
So
I didn't mean like it's
really put me
it's a
on
good
blast
night.
here,
Yeah,
Andrew.
sorry. We'll cut that out.
We'll
hey,
cut
wait,
that
wait,
out.
No.
There's no editing.
Hey, how's that show?
It's-
It's just that one night a week, right?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. We had the Women in Comedy Festival.
Yeah, that's
recently.
what I wanted to get to next.
Yeah, we'll get to it now. I'll
Okay,
steer the
awesome.
ship.
Yeah, how did that go?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. We had.
Stay with us, guys. We're jumping around, but we're having fun. Anyway,
It's good if you yell at
wait,
them.
can
We're
I
having
interrupt you
fun.
one more time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Do you want any bubbles?
Is that for now or later?
No, you get to keep them, but like.
Yeah, no,
you
I'll take
you
one.
You shouldn't use them now, I guess.
Yeah,
Which one do you
yeah.
want?
No, yeah, I'll take one.
Okay, cool.
Thanks.
I forgot for Junior.
So the Women in Comedy Festival is this annual festival that I don't know if any of you guys went to any events in Boston, but it's all week. I think it was last week, and a bunch of national headliners and everything come to Boston to perform a bunch of venues. So we were lucky enough to have some people who've been on Just for Laughs, Comedy Central, etc. So it was a good time. It was packed out. It was great.
Really cool festival. I've been to a few of those things, and I'm really happy for you guys to be able to host that.
Yeah.
Was that the first year that you guys hosted?
Second year.
Second year. That's what I thought, but I didn't want to give.
Yeah,
I don't have to run back like, no, this is the only time.
Appreciate Set low expectations so I can jump over them.
That's awesome. Do you have but Bill's Bar, I don't know why I struggle to say that. I think it's because of the B's.
It's pretty easy, yeah.
Yeah, it's really easy to say. I really like that venue. It's a cool
venue. Yeah, it's next to it's attached to Lansdowne. If you guys are hip to the Fenway bar scene. It's a good time. Yeah.
Well, it's a good show, so you guys should go check it out here. And our viewer, Tony Justino, if you're ever in the area.
Tony, come on, buddy.
Ask me to take you there, because you won't know how to get there on your own.
I'll get you half off, Tony. That's $2.50 per ticket. That's right. It's only $5, so it's not
that's awesome.
not that big a deal. It's like a stick of gum.
Damn, that's really cool. That's my dad, guys. Anyway, and then I have 2 more questions left, but one's a kind of quick one. So as we all decide, Spencer is an idiot for going back home. Spencer being my friend who decided to go back home to work at Raymore and Flanagan. But I also want to point out another friend that I've known for a while who surprised me. This wasn't an exception. Listen, this is not a special weekend. No matter what Raymore and Flanagan likes to say, this is not the busiest day of the year. So the fact that my friend Lawrence, he just showed up about a couple hours ago. Actually, he showed up after I had someone go drop off my friend Spencer. They came back with this guy, and he took a bus at 2 a.m. straight to here from DC. And the reason I'm bringing this up to you is because you're from Maryland. So that's a long bus, as anyone would know that's from Maryland.
It's true.
So I wanted to bring that up now.
Is that what you needed me for, to validate that?
Yeah, I wanted that.
Long bus, buddy.
Sorry, I have to tell you, this guy Spencer, man. Oh, I really need to make him suffer. So I needed to bring him.
What did he do to you?
Oh, he just left. That's all. That's it. That's all he's ever done to me.
He left?
Yeah, he just left.
So this is more you want him back.
Yeah.
I think we're uncovering something here, folks. Let's unpack this.
So let me go with my last question, which is, do you have anything you'd like to plug at all? Because I always want to make sure, except for with our first guest, I always want to make sure that that there's a time that you want to talk about anything. It could be an idea, a concept, or an actual show.
Oh, no, you want me guys to
No,
pitch a premise to you guys?
Do you have a new
I got the slave joke.
idea?
I don't know. That one's, I don't know. We already talked Bills. I don't know. I'm gonna be at Nick's Comedy Stop.
That's another cool place.
Yeah, when is that? It's either the 1st or the 5th.
You let me know, and we'll put it as a little font.
Yes.
And then find all these.
Click
people
here. Do you guys do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
I don't know.
It's on Cambridge Community Television, so it's a television. So.
Okay. Well.
But yeah, we
Break
can do
your
that.
TV.
We can do that.
Punch your screen.
Well, anyway, we should keep moving because Jordan DeFilippo used up so much time. But thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem, Andrew. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much. If you want to help me with this, you know, I got these king's hands. I haven't worked a day in my life.
Can you work with that?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Since I'm up here anyway, I'll introduce your third guest now from up here. She's one of my dearest friends, and I certainly don't have any bad words to say about friend, let me tell you. She's a very funny lady, and she's one of my favorite comedians in this great city of Boston, even though currently we're in Cambridge. But anyway, put your hands together for Karli Marulli.
Hey guys. I'm not gonna mess with that. So I'm here. It's basically like a women in comedy festival now. That's exciting. You guys know the song "Take Me Out to the Ball Game"? Yeah, you do? Oh, sick. No, a few people I think know it. It's a pretty interesting song, I think. It's about like the experience of going to a baseball game. So here's "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" if my proposed changes to the game of baseball were implemented. Okay? So pay attention. There's a few differences. So it's "Take me out to the ball game." No changes yet. That part's exactly the same. "Take me into the sewer." It's a little different. It's changing fast. You gotta you gotta be here. You gotta be with me. "Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks." That's a fine snack, no matter how much the game changes. So you can keep that one with you. That part isn't any different. "Make sure to remember your Angry Birds mask." That's a little different. I hope you guys see what I'm thinking for the future of baseball. It's just a little glimpse into what I'm proposing. Don't worry about it. Despite how free-spirited and upbeat that first bit was, I'm actually kind of bummed. I'm in like a bad mood. I'll tell you why. I had this really old denim jacket I bought like 3 years ago, and I really never wear it. I bought it and I like put it in the back of my closet all on its own. I shoved it in the back. And I was doing some spring cleaning recently, and I saw this jacket, and it was holding like a little note for me. It was like a little message, like right in the collar, like on the inside. And it said, "Levi's distressed." I knew two things right away. This was a boy jacket with a name, which I didn't know. And he was like traumatized by my neglect. That didn't feel good. It was a bummer. I read a lot of articles online. I like to do that. A lot of women like to write about like their body types. Like that's a phrase that gets thrown around a lot. Body types, like, oh, like I'm a squid. Like you're more of like a bridge. That kind of thing. I've never really identified with the phrase body type, because I feel like type implies that there are multiple of the same kind. You know, as if anyone lives the haunted corn maze that is my diet and exercise habits. That's a little bit of an assumption. I smoked a cigarette the other day, and I wanted to get the taste out of my mouth. So I bought one of those individually packaged slices of pound cake because it seemed absorbent. That's like if you were covered in blood, and to clean yourself off, you got on one of those like carnival chair spinning things. Like a centrifuge. So I guess if I really had to pick like what my body type is, it wouldn't be like a pear or a statue or anything like that. It'd probably be like just a kind of train that hasn't been invented yet. like gun to my head, I really had to pick. That would probably be it. People like to talk about their sexual awakenings. I think that's pretty interesting. Like, you know, was that what I wanted to talk about next? I'm going to think for a moment. That's a pretty profound thing to just start with and then leave. So I'll let you know if I plan on returning to that one. Was that it? Now you guys want to hear what my sexual awakening was. That's like a really personal thing to talk about. Yeah, I think that'll be it. Yeah. I was in middle school, as we all were, I hope. And the thing that excited me more than anything else was when a male teacher and a female teacher interacted in any way whatsoever. That was really exciting for me. If two teachers seemed to be friends outside of school, oh my God. Wow, that was really a lot for me. And every so often, my ideal scenario would happen. It was pretty rare. But it's when a teacher decides to play a movie or a video, and they take that opportunity to have a little whispered conversation with another teacher, like kind of in the corner, so as not to distract from the video. Whew. That was like a sweaty burlesque show for me. Wow. Like, I'm familiar with things like, like Bill Nye and like, Schoolhouse Rock, but I couldn't give you any detail because I was focused on two teachers planning a local 5K and really hoping that their conversation would take a turn for the personal. That's me, guys. You know everything about me now. Thank you. I'm going to
You just let it fall.
It's going to.
Baseball with the mask of a bird. Centrifuge is a big word. You abuse your jacket, that is quite a racket. I'll admit, teachers talking gets me hard. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you for talking about that for us, Jimmy.
Yeah, sure.
And another round of applause for Karli Marulli. Karli, choose your bubbles. Which bubbles would
It's
you
going to
like?
be orange, for sure.
Here you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
I was hoping this was food or candy of some kind. I'm so hungry.
It's not.
That's
Here.
fine.
There, I did something nice for you, Jordan. For those that can't see, I just threw some bubbles to Jordan DeFilippo, who's still in the front row of the crowd. Anyway, Karli, you just finished something that's pretty exciting, which is your basically your college career, but definitely your college comedy career, as we know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that must be a round of applause for that. You know, she's moving on to the real world. This is the real world.
I'm getting out there. It's good so far. I like it.
Oh, man, if you're lucky, a year from now, you'll be hosting a public access show that you can guilt your friends to go to, and every once in a while, you get to give decaf coffee to a psychiatrist that won't see you anymore.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
That's it, hopefully.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Are you excited though? Actually, are you intending to continue to do some jokey stuff outside of college comedy?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll be in LA for a few months, starting in the fall.
Are you gonna do some stand up there? You think?
Hopefully, yeah. I'll see what the feel is there.
We all hope that for you, Karli. You
Thank
know that.
you.
The whole audience was telling me before. The whole audience. Thanks, Lawrence. The whole audience, I remember you guys, the whole audience came up to me before and they all said to me, you know what we really hope for Karli? We really hope that she does some comedy when she's in LA because we think she's so darn funny. Yeah, they messed
What was
up
that
saying
word
the
gonna
word
be?
funny, which I thought was
Funny?
embarrassing, but I'm
Yeah.
going to quote them as they asked me to say
No,
to
that's
you.
probably the most embarrassing thing I could possibly
I know, right?
imagine,
They are
so I'm
so
glad you
embarrassed,
included
right?
that.
Oh,
As
man.
a quote, of course.
It's great to finally, have a friend up here, unlike some other people that have been up here before Jordan, and also some people that like to just, go home all of a sudden. Like, why would you do that, Spencer? Spencer's not going to watch this, but I'm going to try again, too. Oh, God. Anyway, back to you.
Yeah, his seat is still
have
there.
you ever had, a pretty shitty job? The only reason I'm asking you about the
Okay.
job stuff is because you're actually the only person that didn't bring up job by coincidence.
No,
so far.
I tried to avoid them.
Yeah, I thought people would, but you did.
Yeah, no, I've had some jobs. I worked at a escape the room type thing
Oh, right.
in a mall.
How was that?
I got harassed a lot.
Oh,
That's okay.
we don't have to talk about that.
Nah, it's,
Yeah. But did you ever see a really fun family that really tried their hardest to escape a room and you thought, you know what, there is some hope in the world?
Oh, definitely.
Really?
I
cool.
also, one of the people who tried to escape the room and did so very successfully was Bo Burnham.
Wait, at your place?
Yeah.
Did you get to see Bo Burnham?
Yeah, I got to take him out of an Egyptian tomb. I did.
You got to take Bo Burnham out of an Egyptian tomb?
I did.
That is my favorite thing anyone's ever said out loud.
He
to
got
me.
a perfect score.
Entombing?
There's like
I've never done these. No one's asked me to. I don't have enough friends to do them. Can you do them alone? Can you do them alone?
You can.
Cool.
It would be really hard. But no, he like did it with a bunch of friends.
That's
he did a
awesome.
great job.
I'm really glad Bo Burnham, he did it with a bunch of friends. He did a great job.
Yeah.
Finally, something is going good for Bo Burnham.
I know. He needed a win.
Oh, man,
and that
yeah.
was his win.
Let me tell you. Karli, do you have anything exciting that you want to talk about in this last second that I get you?
Sure. I host a show at Boston University. It's called Flat Waffle Comedy Hour. And the last iteration of that with me as the host is this Tuesday.
This Tuesday.
Yeah.
Date and time. And
8 p.m.
All right.
Tuesday.
I'll edit this fast so that
Boston
way
University.
everyone in Cambridge that watches Cambridge Community Television can get advertised as such
Click here.
about that. We're doing the click here thing again. This is a
Yeah.
television show.
I thought we established that.
Fine. That was for
make-
Zach only.
Okay.
All right.
You'll find him a clickable link.
Yeah,
via
I'll come out
TV.
and click on link. Anyway, so why don't you go back and join the audience that loves you so much?
I'm gonna do it.
And that's all you have to do, actually. You
All
can
right.
do that.
Thank you. Should I get this to you?
Yeah, you can put it anywhere.
I'll put it on the ground.
All right. Camera on me. So guys, we've just seen 3 funny comedians, and after a short commercial break, we're gonna have a local artist talk about some really cool stuff that she's making right now. So please stay tuned for that. But until then, enjoy this message from our sponsor. Hit it, Jimmy. Okay.
Feel forced into this now.
Well, I mean, yes.
I'm sorry, Spencer, but yeah, he's an idiot.
Great. All right, we did it. That's the show. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Welcome back to the Propaganda Show. I'm here with a local artist named Yetha Buckley.
Hello.
And you have a company called, or a business called Precisely Embellished,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
Can you just give me a little heads up on like what do you do? You know, and
Sure.
that's for the audience at home and here too.
Sure. Precisely Embellished is a handcrafted floral decor business. I create different flowers out of paper. I do a lot of bouquets, different backdrops. I do art pieces as well, so it's kind of like an endless thing. The cool part about it is that the flowers they last forever. So you can purchase something and years later still have it intact, looking the exact same.
This is awesome, guys. Like, look at this. Like, hey, look, there's little flowers and there's people and stuff. So that's really cool. And I found you because I like this element of it. I had another artist, Jeremy Buchart, who actually made the painting over there. He was on the show, but unfortunately there was a technical problem, and actually that show just never recorded. So he wasn't on the show, but he made this lovely painting, so I just wanted to make a quick shout out to him because even though he wasn't on the show, the painting's still on the show, and that's the secret little Easter egg. But he emailed me and said he was working with a fantastic local artist, and I should look at our stuff. And then I neglected this email for so long, and I was like, oh, let's look at this stuff. And I was like, oh, I like this stuff a lot,
Nice.
so let's get her on the show. So thank you
Yeah.
for being here again,
course.
and thank you for Jeremy.
Yeah,
and
no, just a little bit about Jeremy.
Yeah.
So we actually are partnering in an open house event.
Right, I was going to get into that. Awesome.
yeah,
No, it's
so,
good. You're doing a better job than me, which is
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So we met as local artists,
Yeah.
just liking each other's work on Instagram, and
Mm-hmm.
so I was just fascinated with what he does. This is drip art, I don't know, or drip painting. I don't know
Yeah.
if you are familiar with that, but what I thought was cool is that I was like, what if we did something together where I could put my flowers on top of the painting, kind of like enhancing both of our work with more color in the background with this painting, and also using different styles of flower.
so cool.
On I don't have the piece with me, which we are working
Well,
on.
you're
but
like, that's going to be shown off
Yes,
at the
right.
showcase. Which,
Yeah.
What's the date and location for that?
So it's actually tentatively on May 19th. We're actually working with, it's kind of a unique opportunity. We're working with a realtor who flips houses. And so what she wanted was kind of a unique way to have an open house, to have clients come in and view the house. And so we thought about doing an art show in the house so that people can come see our work
That's-
as well as view
That's
the
actually
house.
really cool. Because also I feel like
Yeah.
there's a huge market of people that just love open houses. So they're
Exactly.
like, there's an open house. and an art show?
Yeah,
This is
right,
the
right.
best like weekend ever.
Yeah, no.
I know, I'm always saying that.
I'm hoping that's what people are thinking.
Yeah. Wait, that's really cool. Okay, so quick question before other questions.
Sure.
Should we start doing this? Can I keep asking you questions?
Yeah,
you think,
we can
as
talk
do
while
this?
we do this, for
Yeah,
sure.
so what we have here?
So we're
got
just
some
gonna,
papers and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach
You can hold
you
them up.
how to assemble a flower. So this is what, so a little side note, I do teach classes called Roses and Rosé.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, and rosé?
Yeah, so we like kind of
Whenever
like
I hear
to,
class, I assume it's for children, and then you threw that in there.
Yeah,
I was like, this is for
it's-
big kids. This
yeah,
is great.
big kid event. So we do, we all pretty much crafting and cocktails. So it's kind of a
Awesome.
cool, laid back,
Yeah.
not similar to any, it's kind of similar to like paint night where
Mm-hmm.
I'm at restaurants and I'm using a space in there, but we're creating paper flowers and enjoying some cocktails.
Oh, that's really cool. So that's what we're doing here, but
Yeah,
without the cocktails,
minus the
unfortunately.
rosé.
Also, I do want to quickly get these off
Sure.
the area, but do you want one
Sure,
for
I'll
later?
take the green.
You'll take the green one. I can hold on to it for
Okay.
later. Good, because I wanted the pink one, so that works out well. All right, so what we have here?
Yeah, so this is just the base that we're going to use to
Okay.
form the entire, I guess, petal or circle for the flower.
Okay, cool.
We're going to start with our biggest petal.
So mine are the yellow ones, so
Yep.
at the bottom.
Yeah, the bottom row.
Cool.
So we're just going to put a little bit of glue down here like this, and then we're going to glue it on top of each.
I think I haven't
side.
used a glue gun in a decade.
So yeah, just
I
give
just
it a
pushed
little,
it.
yeah.
Oh my God, guys. This is a weapon.
Yes, so be careful.
Yeah.
And it's hot glue, so be
Yeah.
careful.
Oh, I know. I'm going
Yeah.
to put that down.
Yeah,
there.
and then so we'll start on this side, and then we're gonna go all the way on all the different sides.
Okay, and I put like
Yep.
in the middle here?
Yep, just like
Oh,
that.
awesome. Oh my God. I forgot the rush you get from a glue gun.
Yeah, so then
Yeah.
we'll, we can keep talking and we'll just
Awesome, yeah.
continue
So we
that
keep going.
all the way around.
And like I keep going from the biggest one?
Yep,
Yeah.
we're gonna start with
okay,
the biggest
cool.
one, and then we'll move
All
to
right,
the.
so I think I can do that. Yeah, cool. So while we're doing that, I wanted to ask you, how did this start? Like, were you always interested in this kind of like art and craft making, or like was it as a hobby, or?
So actually, it started. My husband and I we actually got married 3.5 years ago, and
Congratulations, can I
Thanks.
say that?
Yeah,
I always like
still think I'm
congratulating people on
newlywed.
their
Yeah, so we moved to the Boston area, and then we got married like 1.5 years later, but we didn't really know if we wanted to have the wedding here.
Mm-hmm.
And so ultimately we decided to have a little bit of a destination wedding, and we actually went to Vegas.
Nice.
So the reason why I have to bring that up is because I wanted to do so many things for my wedding. I always, envisioned that I'd be making crafts and like making all these things, and so I was like, I can't like just make all this stuff in Vegas. And so I decided
yeah, you can't
to.
make stuff in Vegas. That's their
Well-
lesser slogan.
Yeah. Well, you're doing stuff there, not really making stuff.
Yeah, you're doing stuff here,
Right.
not making stuff. Come on, guys.
So I figured it would be cool to like make the flowers for the ceremony and
Yeah.
for the wedding. And so I ended up making the bridesmaids bouquets and the groomsmen's boutonnieres and the ceremony decor. And I was like, oh my God, this is actually like really fun. So I had a really good time doing it. I've always been a little crafty. And so I was like, all right, this is cool. Let me see what else I can do with this.
Right.
And so a few years later, I guess, I started to do more and more. Like I would do different baby showers, and I did a couple weddings, and I was like, well, maybe I can just make this into a business.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Maybe I can get some money.
Right,
for
get
this.
some money for it. So I started that a little over a year ago, the actual business of it.
Oh,
and
that's
then-
awesome. It's like
yeah.
that saying, like find what makes you come alive and then exploit that for cash. I
Right.
think that's
Pretty much what happened. No.
I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but congratulations for you. I
Thank
mean that. That's
you.
really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's been a lot of fun. I really, really enjoy it. It's one of
Yeah,
those things
that was going to be my next question.
yeah, like
do you
it's-
really, really enjoy
I
it?
really, really enjoy it. It just has so many different.
Oh, I see already like what I kind of did wrong because I'm an amateur.
No, you're
I
good.
like the size of like your like, what are those called in flowers? The middle? Bulb?
Oh, you mean like the center?
The knee? Yeah, the knee of the flower. The center. Yeah. Oh, you mean the word that we use to describe that in all contexts? Yeah, that word. I
Here,
like
we'll
yours
just
better.
move this
Oh
a little
yeah.
bit over
No,
this way, and
yeah.
then we'll put that
Please,
one there.
yeah, please, Please
No.
fix this.
Okay, you're good.
You also wait. I felt like I was beating you at one point, and then like you just were like, oh, I'm done.
I'm a
let me-
little bit faster at this.
Yeah, I think you have some practice. Okay, so you've been doing this. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
You've been doing this for you said about 3 years. Or
Actually,
3.5?
so I've been doing it full time for honestly like 9 months or so.
Oh, cool.
And then I kind of like made it into a business about 1.5 years ago.
Awesome.
Where I started to like take orders and actually really make a name for myself, I
Nice,
guess.
yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's cool that you're able to do that over like it seems a large part of that is through Instagram too.
Right. A large part
crazy
of
how
it's through
that works.
Instagram. It's weird. I've kind of exploded through Instagram. I figured out the like marketing piece of it, that it's not necessarily you have to pay for a lot of marketing. It's the way you market and the way you talk to your
Yeah,
clients.
absolutely. There's a lot of people that pay good money for marketing and still do it wrong.
Yeah. And so, I've just kind of like taken tips from, different pages that I see and see how they showcase their products online and things like that.
And that's still not easy to do though. Like
Right.
that's really hard to do. Like let me tell you, I also do all the marketing for this show, and this is our last show.
Like with that said, we're wrapping it up.
So
I totally
what's next here?
understand.
Do I take these small petals?
Yeah, so we're gonna go to actually this size right here, and then we'll do the same thing,
yeah.
but we're gonna
I'm
go.
jumping the gun.
Yeah, it's okay. We're gonna go in between the flowers, the
Okay.
petals that we
I think I
have.
can keep up with that.
Yeah.
So you do a lot of stuff. Like I was looking at your Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that's cool. I don't know if you have one here. I'm sorry I didn't notice. But if you don't, I'll post a picture of it
Mm-hmm.
anyway. You can send me some pictures. I'll post. But edit in. Anyway, we'll talk.
Yeah.
One thing that you do that's really cool is like these selfie.
Yeah, I meant to
not
bring one.
frames. No, that's totally fine. Now we're gonna have a really nice picture of it right now.
Yeah. Okay.
But you make these selfie frames,
Mm-hmm.
and I imagine those are kind of like people tell you a lot of like what they want a little bit, or is
Yeah.
it like just they kind of have a selfie frame?
So the selfie frames, it's so funny how they came about. I did a business expo, and I was like, how can I like make myself stand out? And so I was thinking like, how do I get the audience to interact with my booth
Mm-hmm.
and also take a picture where they could then advertise for me if they posted it on Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, that's so smart.
So I was like, hey, if you take a picture with this, you get so much % off of your first order, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, even if they didn't order, they
Yeah.
have this picture that is now
Yeah.
floating around Instagram or Facebook with
And it's
my
already telling
logo at
people
the
with-
bottom.
yeah.
Right. And so after that, people were like, hey, can I get that frame for an event? And I was like, sure.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want it to say? And so I started with a happy birthday one.
Yeah.
And then, and then I did a first communion one. And then I started to just get all these orders for them. And so actually that's I would say my biggest seller right now, or to date. I actually have a ton of first communions that I'm working on right now. And
Yeah,
the
people
selfie
keep
frames
getting communioned. That's what death, taxes, and communions is what they always say, guys.
Yes. So
Consistent. What I'm really excited about too
Yeah.
was this is one of the few things that I could say to my sister or show my sister, and she actually cared about. So that was cool. Because she's 7 years older than me. She has a house and a husband and a new baby. I just realized I'm gonna
Congratulations,
hijack this for a second because then years from now I can show this baby that and be like, see, I always cared about you the most. So I'm now an uncle. I have a little niece named Lydia Blake, and she is the best. In the brief time we've gotten to know each other,
how old is
and
she?
she's got a month. So very brief time.
Yes.
She's still learning what literally everything is, and by learning I mean sleeping through it.
Right.
So, but
She'll
my
figure that out
sister
later.
through all this is like, this is her jam right now. She's like, oh my god, yeah, this is awesome. Like this is exactly the kind of stuff I need to surround my baby in.
Aw,
So,
love it.
so thank you for giving me some sister points,
Yes.
and I guess indirectly niece points now. Am I still doing this right?
Yeah. And now we're gonna just do the
Did
same
you do
thing
all
with-
the little ones?
No, I'm doing them right now.
Oh my god.
I'm doing them
I was
right
like,
now.
this is a time warp. So, I'm sorry.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
getting so distracted by the glue because, like I said,
Yeah.
it's been a decade since have you guys hot glued stuff recently? No, not recently. Yeah, it's a trip, guys. Like definitely. When do you do these classes? And how do you get to go?
Yeah, so about the classes, so I actually took a little bit of a hiatus.
Well,
I'm
you got a business to run, too, so,
Yeah,
yeah.
So I'm reaching out to restaurants in the area. I like to travel kind of like all over, so I do Cambridge, Jamaica Plain, Rosendale. But you can mostly find the events on Eventbrite, or I create a Facebook event, and I usually just obviously tell the dates on my Instagram page.
Oh yeah, the Instagram page, which also, by the way, we'll put a link to it that you can click on right here through your TV. They don't even let you do that on YouTube anymore, like, guys.
Really?
Yeah, they don't. Like, so even when we put this on YouTube, like, they just don't let you do
can't
that anymore. So you have to say links in the description. It's actually like only like for higher ups in the YouTube bubble. Like, oh, I'm a YouTube content creator. Click on my stuff. For me though, I'm not. Like I said, this is our last
there
show,
yet.
and so you can click. There'll be a link to it in the description for the video if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're a person in real life, right now, you know. Ask her, or also, you know, follow me on Facebook because we're friends, hopefully.
Yes.
So now you're done and I'm behind. Oh, you
No
went all through the
worries.
center. Okay.
Yes.
I kind of like that I did this wrong. The only reason I like that I didn't do this as right is because one thing it shows that you know what you're doing. Second thing, it shows that
All flowers are
I'm just a sloppy boy, and that's fine. Where's this one go?
We'll just put
that one away? Okay. So while we show our finished products, which is cool. Like, I don't know if Peter, maybe you can get a little zoom in on that. Yeah, that's cool. It's very springtime fun.
And after this, we typically put a center in, but
Oh,
I didn't
cool.
have those, so.
Can I keep this?
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna give this to Lydia,
Yes.
my niece. What are the other aunts and uncles doing? I don't know. Her father, yeah, that's what you call this. Her father, my sister's husband, he's like one of 6.
Oh, wow.
So like they're all busy.
They're
So I'm
slacking.
hoping to. I'm one of 2. So I'm like, I got nothing else to do but make this stuff on my show and give it to babies. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's
Yeah.
one of many things I'd like to thank you for. The other being,
Yes.
thank you for being on the show.
Absolutely.
And thank you for sharing your art. Guys,
you.
all the information for her stuff is either clickable or not, but it's there. So please check her out. Your name is Yetha Buckley.
Yes.
And your work is precisely embellished.
Yes.
And check her out. She's got
Yes.
some really cool stuff in there, some really cool selfie frames. I'd also
Yeah.
like to thank our other guests, Karli Marulli, Zach Russell, the first guy, whose name is also Jordan DeFilippo. I don't think I ever said your full name. So there you go.
Correctly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to be here for all this. Well, thanks anyway. And thank you to you again.
Yeah,
and thank you
thank
to
you.
the audience. And thank you to people at home that have actually watched. Thank you to everyone that helped, including my friend Michael Paleo, my new friend Peter, my other friends that have been on camera, Jimmy B, who's in the booth right now, but is doing a great job and has always done a great job. He did some really fun music today, guys. I think that was really cool. Thank you to my friends that are here. Thank you to my friends that aren't here. Spencer. And thank you to my dad, because I've mentioned you enough, but I didn't really say, like, you're a good guy, too. And thank you to Cambridge Community Television for letting me do this. Guys, safe getting home, and, thank you for watching the show. We'll have links to the website, because we might do some other stuff. Like, I think we might do some cool, like, more interview or just comedy-based, less live show-based, basically so I don't have to advertise anything. And that would be really cool. So you might still want to click on that website because there's still cool things coming up. So thepropagandashow.com, which is a domain I bought for $12, and I'm going to use it until I'm done. And once again,
Wise
thank you to you.
investment. Yes, thank
Guys,
you.
that has been our show. I realize Jimmy's not here to play music anymore, but, thank you.